Okay, here we are. This is a little bit of an unusual, what you'd call unboxing video. You see these all the time on the YouTube channels, and they show you this great and wondrous gadget, something that you probably never realized you couldn't do without until you see the little intro. But today I have got one such device to share with you all. So it's a new member to the family, and I've just been out. This is actually, I'm in the middle of a cemetery here just now, but I was walking around the woods at the back there and taking some shots, and we'll see how they turn out later on in the video. But in the meantime, let's introduce this little friend we have here. And here she is. She's a little shy, or is she? This is Lumi. This is the Lumix FZ80. I believe that they call it an FZ82 if you're not in North America. And this is her. And she looks real good all the way around. Now, one of the reasons why I went out and purchased Lumi here is the features on this camera are quite amazing. There's an awful lot of stuff you can do with this camera. She is very, very well equipped. Built-in flash in the top there. If you ever need to do some flash photography, there's the dial there, the control dial that gets you all the modes: program, automatic, full aperture, full shutter control, completely manual, all the way down to 60 seconds exposures. ISO ranges are quite wide as well, all the way from 80 low down, nice, and all the way up to 6400. But one of the better features is, I don't know if you can quite see it there, just on the top, there's 4K on the button. Now, she will shoot 4K at 30 frames per second, which is a really good rate. 60 frames would be better, but 30 still pretty decent. 60 frames in full HD, 1080p. And that shoots really, really nice video. And full stabilization on this thing as well. So they're hardly shaky, the videos, at all if they're handheld. Obviously better if you've got them on a tripod, but even so. Then the zoom lens, this thing on the front. If I just tilt this back up here, you might be able to read there. It says 20 to 1200. That's not a misprint, that's a zoom lens. It goes a long way, and you'll see later on in the video just how far you can get with it. It is really, really astonishing. Apart from that, it takes ordinary photographs, everyday snaps if you want them, or it can take some more detailed ones if you're that way inclined, the semi-professional type thing, or let's say not necessarily professional, an expert. I don't regard myself as an expert. I'm more just some guy that takes pictures, and occasionally I get a really good one and I'm happy with it, but it's not often. But I have been doing it for a long time, and I know my way around a camera and how to take a picture and yada yada yada. And then post-processing, Photoshop and all the rest of it, it all gets pricey, this hobby, when you don't make any money from it, as I don't. But I love being out here in the wild, taking photographs and seeing the way the seasons change, and capturing little brief glimpses of life in the raw. I recently took a picture of a bald eagle, and it's stunning. Even if I hadn't got the very good picture that I did take, just to be able to stand there at the base of the tree and look up at these two wonderful huge birds is just breathtaking. And that's one of the great things we can do here. We can photograph some really nice animals here. And this camera here, I'm hoping, is going to get me a little bit closer. And not only that, it's going to film them moving, which is one of the avenues I've decided I want to go on now. So this is one of the reasons why Miss Lumix has joined the family. And this is going to be, hopefully this year, a very good exploring year with the Lumix, and we're gonna get some really good results, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to learn an awful lot about video and video editing on the way. But that's it. The screen on the back here is touch screen, so you can touch it and do various menu changes and mode changes and focus points and focus shifts and things like this with it. There's an awful lot of features built into this. I'll just give you another little view at the back there. And then the viewfinder on the top there is completely electronic. Now, it doesn't automatically go to that when you put your eye. Like some cameras, you put your eye to it and automatically that little viewfinder will swap from the big screen up to there. This has got an LVF button, live view button, and that will switch that little screen on there. It's a very, very good image through there. Now, I wear glasses, as you can see, and I struggle with some of the diopter adjustments on cameras. My Pentax is one of the cameras that suffers from that. And so I don't see the image through the viewfinder there as sharp as I should do. Maybe I should change my glasses. Maybe I should buy a diopter lens. All these things considered. It just doesn't adjust enough like some cameras do. So I rely on the autofocus on the Pentax for that, and it does an excellent job, and it's a wonderful camera. But it's a full digital SLR, and it does wonderful things all the time. But it's pricey buying all the lenses. It doesn't get any cheaper. This little camera, $400, it's got an awful lot in it. There are one or two snags, some downsides to it, like the low light shooting is not as good or as sharp as it should be. It could be better. There are one or two things like this that are not quite good. The fact that the live view doesn't come on in the viewfinder straight away, people complain about that. The fact that the screen is stuck in the camera and it doesn't come out and articulate, that's another thing people complain about. But you can work around a lot of these problems. I will. And I'll learn to use it and get the most out of it, I'm sure. If not, I'll die trying. But here you go. An unusual boxing video, I'm sure you'll agree. But nonetheless, I am happy with my purchase. You can even put it on a tripod. It's been sitting on top of the Manfrotto today and taking some wonderful pictures of the river valley. So, without that, we'll see if we can get some images posted at the end of this video, and you can check out the results and see for yourself. Hopefully, like me, you'll be very impressed. I think for $400, this little camera, if you're just somebody who occasionally shoots or somebody who travels a lot and just wants to pick up a camera and go and wants a little bit more than what this wonderful Samsung phone does, then this will be the camera for you. It's worth considering. And it's amazing what's out there. I did quite a bit of research and found that this one was probably the best bang for the buck. There are better cameras, yes, there are more features, but you get what you pay for. If you can live with a few faults, then you get a good camera. And I don't think they're faults, they're just things to work around. And I'm adaptable. Okay, hope you enjoy some of the samples. Bye. Oh. Wow.